let's talk about our last match. Cody and Solo.
Last match.
I really liked the entrance here. So you were kind of saying, oh, why is he bringing out Pharaoh? Did you see what he said afterwards in the post show?
I did, yeah. I didn't realize Pharaoh's an old ass dog.
Yeah, Pharaoh is apparently fucking 13.
Hey, he looks good, you know?
Yeah.
Pharaoh's in his prime.
Yeah, he is. So Cody came out with Pharaoh from his van. So he was in, or his bus rather. He's in his bus, comes off. They hand him Pharaoh. He gets to do a nice little walk with him. And then he hands him to Arn Anderson. And Arn Anderson's like, hey, man, if you need help, I got some friends.
I really thought he was going to reference the Glock, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. Cody Rhodes on the post show was like, yeah, Pharaoh's old. This was his last tour, so I wanted to bring him out. It's going to be his last show ever. And he's like, my other dog's a jobber, so he's got to step it up now. I was
he
like,
buried
oh
his other
God.
dog, dude. It was funny.
That shit was great.
Yeah, so, you know, Pharaoh had a good run. I was afraid for a couple of reasons. I was afraid that they were going to bring him out like they did in AEW, and he was like freaking out. They had him bring out Pharaoh while Downstate was playing live.
My God.
It was abysmal. And then I was also nervous because this whole entrance made it feel like Cody was going to lose the title.
Yeah, it was like really drawn out, and it felt like
very emotional.
Yeah, it felt like an emotional entrance. So it was like, oh, I'm a little nervous here.
Yeah.
But that's not what we got. We got a kind of a mid match, I think. Overall,
I think like
or at least slow.
So here's where I'm seeing it from. We went into this having it be a Bloodline rules match.
Yeah.
Which basically meant nothing was going to happen in this match until the Bloodline started getting involved.
Yeah.
Because more or less, that's kind of how it was at Mania.
And it's interesting because it followed the same pacing, but obviously it wasn't as huge, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't as huge. And like, I don't want to discredit Solo in any way because he is at like a main event level and he's a great performer. He's not necessarily that guy just yet in my eyes. And, but I don't know, like, again, same pacing as the Mania match, and nothing really started picking up until the Tongans came out and started wailing on Cody. And, you know, they came out, and then Kevin Owens came out along with Randy Orton, and that was interesting too because it kind of seemed like Cody had nobody going into this match.
Yeah.
But also Randy Orton took his fucking sweet time running down the aisle, high-fiving fans. He's like on a brisk jog. And then look, it's a long entranceway. I get that. But like, he was going so slow and he was high-fiving people.
He's going to win
while
his
friends are
ring.
getting beat up.
Yeah.
So,
it was very Jeff Hardy AEW-esque, like doing the thing.
Right. So, you know, that was funny, but it was kind of, you know, it was a little silly. It felt more just like, look who's here.
Yeah.
You know, Jacob Fatu comes out and does his thing with Cody, lays him out on the table, splashes on him, maybe gets injured. There's still kind of like a blurred line on whether or not it was a shoot injury.
Yeah, it was reported on Twitter today that apparently it was a shoot injury and he sold it, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, like he was selling the injury really good, but it seemed like he had more to do. Yeah. And he was kind of just like telling Solo to just like like he was kind of just telling him what to do.
Yeah.
You know, finish the job, etc. And then they get in there. Cody hits the Cody cutter. They're both down.
Yep.
A single fan in the crowd pointed at the entranceway.
The timing! The timing
so
of this
funny.
fan was impeccable, dude. It was
Shout out that guy.
dude, he was literally standing there and he just points and fucking you hear dun, 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 and it was like he goes, "What?"
Yeah.
He like freaked out.
Yeah.
So good.
So, as we predicted, Roman's back. Massive
Such a
pop for
fucking
Roman,
crazy
which
pop.
something we never would have predicted in
I know.
a million years. Go back to Royal Rumble 2015.
It's so interesting because I never watched the Shield. I never watched any of that stuff.
Well, they didn't want him. They didn't want Roman.
They didn't want him. I heard that, during my time off from wrestling, I heard that, they're pushing Roman and people hate him and no one wants him and all this stuff. And I saw videos, like I saw the clips of him getting booed and all that stuff. Watched the documentary about him, and it looked like it was rough. But I literally started watching when Roman came back the first time, so I've only really ever known the tribal chief version of him.
Which honestly, you're better off because this guy was in the trenches for years, and he also was nowhere near the level that he's at now. Just promo wise and as a wrestler, he's just so much better now. He's finally leaning into a character that seems comfortable for him.
Yeah.
So he this is well deserved for Roman Reigns. And it's really good to see this all of this paying off, and I'm glad he stuck around and didn't explore other options. He probably could have, but in the way kind of how Cody did, where he went and found himself and then came back to all this superstardom. But I think the right people were involved on screen and off screen to make this happen. And so he showed up, came in this was only for Solo. Superman punched him and then speared him. That ooh-ah was ethereal. It was it was everything. But he just came. I remember when he came back. Sorry, there's dirt bikes going by. I remember when he came back in 2020, and the whole phrase they were trying to push was wreck everyone and leave. The mission here was wreck Solo and leave.
And it really was.
He had a shirt on that said OTC, standing obviously for over the counter. Roman Reigns over the counter is the new agenda. No, I'm just kidding. It's original tribal chief. But dude, this was hype. Again, on the scale of a predictable show.
And it was just aura, pure aura emanating from that man.
Again,
he came out, did his
Solo
thing.
Just can't. He's not at that level.
You're
I'm
right.
sorry.
So
he never will be.
We're gonna get Bloodline Civil War 2. It's gonna be fire. I was dying at this because the plot of Undisputed in WWE 2K24 is this. So you're in a match and Roman comes out, spears your opponent, makes you pin him, and you win. And the whole plot is he goes to Hollywood and then's oh, thanks for keeping my title warm for me. I'll be back. You have it for 3 years, and then you face him again when he comes back. And I'm
you know what? It's very funny. They probably were just maybe we should actually try this.
Let's do that. But he came back.
Although he wasn't gone for that long.
No, he wasn't. So, this happened, and I feel like we're gonna get that thing where he's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna deal with the bloodline, and then Cody, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Cody versus Roman anytime soon.
No.
But I do think Roman's at a point where he can win that championship again. He probably won't hold it as long, but I'd say a year from now.
Do you think
that's probably what we're?
Do you think in my head, how I have it is The Rock's gonna come back, be the head of the new side.
The new bloodline?
The new bloodline. He's going to be the head of the new bloodline. And then that's going to be the build for Roman and Rocket Mania. Do you think Rock will beat Cody before then to have the championship? So then the championship goes into Mania and Roman wins it back at Mania 41.
That's not that's not bad booking. Like I could see that.
I feel like that is like a logical progression there.
Yeah.
Because like
I'd really love to see Cody like hold it longer, but I guess that also
Cody holds
depends.
it till I don't know, maybe like Royal Rumble or something.
So you have that plot going on, ready? And here's the other plot. The World Heavyweight Championship plot.
Okay.
Build Ilya Dragunov as like the top babyface that he was in NXT. Have him win the Rumble. Go on to face Gunther at Mania. Bam. Book it.
Oh my god. Then you have Gunther and
Ilya 3.
on night 1, and then night 2 is fucking Roman and Rock for the WWE.
I think it could happen. Damn.
Oh,
and then
book
they
it.
can have the Roman Rock payoff that they wanted this year.
Yeah, I'm calling Trips.
Okay, call
Hello,
him up.
Trips.
Give him a call. We'll go simulate it. When you visit, we'll simulate our dream WrestleMania
That's a good
for
idea.
next year.